I'm Jason, the world is yours, and today we have a story about Charlie Benante opens up on the hate he's received over his role in Pantera. Wow, Pantera's return with drummer Charlie Benante and guitarist Zach Wow, two are not of original members of the band, obviously, and the lineup has been met with fanfare and criticism, and now the former has opened up about some of the hate he's received online. Well, that doesn't relaying that these fans may not be fully aware of the impact the messages of discontent have on an individual. Wow. Interesting. Benante recently took part in a Consequence interview with Exodus Gary Holtz, who also has experience occupying a significant role in another band, having played with Slayer. Okay, hold on. Unfortunately, Charlie and I share something in common in that we are widely accepted by most fans of the guys we're stepping in for, Holt said in a video which can be seen further down the page. And he's right about that. Much like how Wild was viewed by countless fans as the only reasonable option to occupy the guitar slot in Pantera, Benante, another close friend of the late Abbott brothers, was considered to be the premier choice to pay tribute to Vinnie Paul on stage each night under the Pantera name. Okay, so what's the problem here? Okay. Holt mentions he only had to contend with two hecklers during his nearly decade-long tenure with Slayer. I don't go looking for things online. Benante adds, explaining that there's people who send me negative comments, and I'm like, why did you send me this? Why ruin my day? And I think these people who make these comments, I think they realize how much an effect they have on people, whether or not you hate the situation. Why can't you find some sort of restraint? I've never seen more of it in my life than I've seen in these past couple of months of judging. Wow. For Holt, he maintains a position in Slayer was to capture the vibe of Hanneman's playing, but that replicating the solos entirely is not something that was expected of him. Late last year, Wild said something similar in regards to mirroring Dimebag's devil playing style, noting, no matter what I do, it's going to sound like me. I can't practice all day and stay as faithful as I want, but I'm never going to escape that. As for how Benante prepares for playing drums and prepare in Pantera, he relays, I spent a lot of time on Vinny parts, but more importantly, the tones that Vinny had. I wanted it to sound like Pantera. That was my thing. And my drum configuration is different from the one Anthrax, from the Anthrax one, because I wanted to challenge myself to play those parts like he played them in that configuration. But yet people still have to find some problem in that. Wow, this is interesting. I've definitely, when Pantera first came back, there was a lot of, it seemed like a lot of fanfare. Everybody seemed pretty happy. But it seems like the last few months, it's only been like negativity, right? Like it's gotten really negative. Pantera was banned from performing in Germany for 2 shows. And now there's been like a lot of musicians coming out saying that they're not really too happy with this band using the name Pantera. They think this should be called like a tribute to Pantera. Now, I don't know too much history about Pantera, but I thought there was a lot of people blaming the Abbott brothers for Pantera breaking up. I thought there was a lot of anger on that side also. So to me, it's like, damned if you do, damned if you don't. There's people who blame the Abbott brothers for breaking Pantera up, and there's people who blame Phil Anselmo for breaking Pantera up. I kind of stand in the middle. Rest in peace to the Abbott brothers. They were extremely great musicians. I don't want to speak for them. I feel like, if they were alive today, they probably would play in this band, right? Like in many ways, I don't think, I think both parties would have grown up a lot since then and moved on. We've seen bigger comebacks than, what happened between Pantera. But, I shouldn't speak for them, but the good part of me thinks that, the Abbott brothers would have been playing in this band. Definitely rest in peace to Vinny and Dimebag Darrell. But it's just sad to see because, Charlie Benante, he's a good guy. He played in Anthrax. There's no reason, you know what I'm saying? Like, to me, I don't understand why any fan of the original Pantera or any fan of the music would have a problem with someone playing the music of, that you love, right? So Charlie Benante is doing a good job. Hopefully, I always try to strike into people. It's like the one thing I would say is I don't understand on social media. Like, you can get so many comments about, oh, I love you, you're like the greatest thing, I'm happy you're getting me through this hard part of my life. But it's like, if you get one comment or two negative comments, that like sticks with you more than the 100 comments of people who really are inspired by you. And it's like, I'm not saying you should only focus on a positive, but don't focus so much on a negative. It's always, 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 we know it's the internet. Everybody's a troll. Everybody's trying to have fun. Everybody's trying to get the likes up. Everybody's trying to get views. So if you can say something crazy, and you get likes, hey, it is what it is. But I would say to Charlie Benante, respectfully, just try to focus more on the positive, focus more on the fans who actually do support your music, who are there and pay their hard-earned money when you perform in their city, and not focus so much on, the two negative trolls out there who they're just negative, right? Like, there's nothing you could do to win them over. It's like, so just move on. Focus more on the people who are like, thank you for what you're doing. I respect your playing style. I'm a huge fan of Pantera. I never heard of Pantera before, but I like this iteration of Pantera, and just go with, what's working instead of, letting the negativity, the 2 comments, the 5 comments, just bring down your whole day, and forget about the people who, support you and have your back. But that would be how I basically live my life in the social media age. Focus more on the positive and less on the trolls who you could easily just block. If they're talking too crazy, it's fine. If they're talking reckless, they need to be blocked, right? You could block them. You could block certain words. You could do all of that stuff. But if someone's just talking crazy reckless, you could block them. If someone's just talking crazy, you could have fun and engage with them, but just focus more on the positivity, right? Focus more on the people who do support you, and less on the people who you could never earn their support, right? That's my opinion. But let me know your opinion of this story. Are you a fan of this new iteration of Pantera? Are you happy to see Panteras out there touring, or are you more on the, I don't really like Pantera side. I'm Jason, the world is yours. Today we had a story about drummer Charlie Benante opens up on the hate he has received over his role in Pantera. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the $1 donation button. And please tune in to the next video on this channel. Thanks a million for watching.